Christopher Nolan's latest movie, a biographical movie on the father of the atom bomb, Oppenheimer, brings to the fore many contemporary issues: the danger of the atomic bomb and the future of humanity, professional rivalries and jealousy among scientists, and a clash between an independent, thinking scientist on the one hand and the government and the establishment on the other. But above all, the movie brings to the fore the great moral dilemma faced by a conscientious scientist in carrying out his professional work. A theoretical scientist's job is to discover the laws of nature and the way they operate in practice, and to seek validation for them through experiments. Oppenheimer was a theoretical physicist working, among other things, on subatomic particles and nuclear physics. The theoretical findings on the fission of the atom and its inferred consequences of creating a chain reaction among other atoms had to be tested on ground to seek validation of the laws of nuclear physics recently discovered. The experiment was also likely to create a lot of explosive power, a lot of explosive nuclear energy, which could either be harnessed for mass destruction or for creation of energy for peaceful purposes. The government of the USA asked Oppenheimer to go for the experiment, leading a team of scientists to create an atomic bomb before the Nazis could do it or before the Russians could do it. That was the perspective of the US government for funding and sponsoring the project. On the other hand, as a scientist, Oppenheimer's priorities must have been different: to test the validity of the laws of physics, nuclear physics, on ground, which remained untested till that date. But he was aware of the consequences. There was a vague possibility that the chain reaction of split atoms at the test site could lead to a chain reaction in the atmosphere throughout the world. This could have had catastrophic consequences for entire humanity. Yet he did not quit the project. He did not resign. He settled for the belief that the possibility of such a catastrophic chain reaction was near zero. But near zero is very different from zero. And this is what he told the near zero theory to his military boss also in the film. So he was concerned about the matter, and certainly he was in the middle of a dilemma. But it appears that his dilemma was suppressed within his subconscious mind by his desire to excel, succeed, and to attain glory. After the success of the atomic explosion, Oppenheimer felt guilty, and he started feeling that such a devastating power must remain under the control of an international authority like United Nations. He even made the suggestion to the US president when he met him in his chamber after the successes of the atomic explosion, the atomic bomb. He even said that he felt as if he had blood on his hands, to which perhaps the US president took offense. The US president said that the blood was not on his hands, but on the hands of the president who had ordered dropping of the atomic bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And the scientist or the person who made the bomb had nothing to do with it. The implication was that the scientists should go ahead with their professional work and not bother about the consequences of their work. The greater moral dilemma that arose thereafter was that whether a scientist should mind only his work, his research, and the experiment, or should also be concerned with the larger impact on the society. This was a truly real dilemma which every conscientious scientist must be struggling with. It's a very interesting story how Oppenheimer, in his later life, struggled with this moral dilemma which he faced. The movie indicates that Oppenheimer had been studying Sanskrit to read the Bhagavad Gita in original. The movie also shows that when the first atomic explosion took place, Oppenheimer recalled a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, I am become death. Not everybody knows that the Bhagavad Gita was also spoken to resolve a very severe moral dilemma of Prince Arjuna right on the battlefield. Prince Arjuna was a bosom friend and a follower of Lord Krishna, who is believed to have been an incarnation of God the Supreme. To resolve Arjuna's moral dilemma, Bhagavad Gita had to be spoken, and of course, during the dialogue between the two, many larger philosophical and metaphysical issues came up. That's a different story. In the next episode, we will examine the great Bhagavad Gita connection of Oppenheimer. Till then, Hari Sharanam.